Hi guys, so this video is to make you less hesitant in grappling or in martial arts in general. We inform our coaching by using theory of learning. The concept that we will be using for this video to inform our game design is metastability. The concept of metastability refers to the hesitation that your body feels when it has to change from one stable state to another. For example, let's say you are running on a treadmill. At certain speed you will be walking, and at other higher speed you will start to run. So the hesitation between running and walking is metastable. It is a metastable state where your structure is weakened and you have to make the decision at some very unconscious level to change states. In Jiu-Jitsu, the three stable states that we have when we are moving on the ground are as follows. So we are seated, this is a stable state. We have supine, or on the back, this is another stable state. And the third one is on the knees, chest facing down. So these are three stable states, and every time we move on the ground, we go through this metastable transition where we go from a very strong structural posture to weaker, less effective structures. And as we will see in the games that we're about to do, we will use this concept to inform our coaching as we go through different alignments and look to get the initiative and be less hesitant. So first alignment that we could use is just a front headlock. So my partner is on his knees, I'm over his head, connected to his shoulder. If my partner decides to change state and he goes on his back and I don't follow him, I lose connection, I lose position. If my partner decides to change state and goes to sit and I don't go with him, he regains a stable state, make connection, gets out of the position. So as the attacking player, as the one who wants to initiate, I have to either be changing state with him at the same rate as he changes state. For example, he goes on his back, I go on his back with him, he goes to his knees or to his butt, and I'm moving with him. And I get the upper hand when I change state before him, when he is forced to follow me. So as you can see, this concept is super useful. You can set up game where you start connected, you ask the top person to maintain the connection, and you just tell them to explore these three states. So just go from to your knees, to your back, to your butt, any way you want, just for the sake of exploring and maintaining connection. As far as the defending player, we need to make him active and having him do things that are representative. So for him, in such a connection, I would probably tell him to break connection, look to face, win when you disengage, or get up on top. Okay? So for him to win, he has to get on top of me, or he has to disengage, face me. He's going to look to break connection for the purpose of moving around and away from me. Okay, so he has very clear focus. He must get out, he must get height, he must break connection. I'm looking to maintain connection and then exploring, going through the three different states. Okay, so we're always moving. I'm moving before him. I'm going to my knees, I'm going to my back, to my butt, and I'm always staying connected. Okay? I could add win conditions for the top player, but I really like to do these tactically non-optimized game, to use Greg Sadler's terminology, just to develop better movement on the ground and the ability to maintain the initiative. Another entanglement that we could use to explore the same concept is just a basic grip around the ankle, and from such a position I would look to maintain a connection to one leg. It could be the other leg at any point. I would allow for switching of legs, and I would look to just explore changing state, going from on the back to seated to on the knees as he tries to extract his leg and face me. Okay, so let's do this. So on my back, on my butt, I can go on my knees, but I'm learning to move on the ground while maintaining a connection. This is super useful. You can also tell students to look for opportunities for submission, but don't act upon them. So as we roll around, as we move, as he tries to escape, and I just get more fluid at going from these stable states to one to the other, I will see opportunities to take it back. I will see opportunities to pinch the toes, to grab the head. And these things that I see that I'm not acting upon, they will still be there the next time we roll, and the next time we're just free rolling. And you will see, as you get more agile on the ground, as you get better at going through the metastable zones of grappling, you will find opportunities for submission and a much more energy efficient way to move. Another alignment we could use is side to side with a connection at the hip. In this instance, I will be the attacking player, he will be the defending player looking to disengage. Okay, so he's looking to break connection and disengage. I'm looking to maintain connection around the hip while cycling to the 3 states. So let's do it. On my knee. I go on my back. I go on my knees. I go on my butt. I go on my knees, always staying connected to the hip, changing state just for the sake of exploring, going from the back, the knee, the butt, staying connected to the hip until you can face me or just disengage. Okay? So as we cycle through this change of state, you saw all types of positions that you probably know already from your own practice or watching videos. You saw birimbolos, you saw back take, you saw maybe crab ride, you saw octopus guard. Like all these things will emerge just from moving between these 3 simple states on the ground. As a top player, if we're looking to improve our capacity to pin on the ground, we need to attack our partner structure in the 3 different states. So for when my partner is stable on the knees, I look to break his structure. I look to make him unstable. I look to put him in positions that are in between the 3 states. And it is in these metastable positions and state that you will find the best opportunities for submission. So you have to make your partner metastable and then open up opportunities to break them, get to a neck or to a leg. So another type of game we like to use here to develop this ability to get out of metastable state, especially when we're on the bottom, is just a series of get out of half guard games. So these games are always designed so that if you're on the bottom, you are somehow stuck in half guard and you're looking to get out of half guard. By this I mean you're looking to either remove the leg that's between the leg to put it outside, or you're looking to put the outside leg between the leg. So we want 2 feet inside, or we want 2 legs outside. This allows for elevation, this allows for rotation. This is something Greg Sauter said a long time ago. It's very, very useful. Half guard is just less effective at elevating. It's just less effective at rotating. So it's not something you should really look for. It's something that will happen to you as the bottom player and that will be used to your advantage, but this is not stable. This is very metastable. This is an opportunity for him to remove my post and pin me on the ground. Okay, so the paradox of half guard is that it's not that it's equally good, it's much better for him. The paradox of half guard is that it's a guard that you might want very quickly and that you will want to get out of very quickly as well. Okay, so if we look back to, if we use again the term of metastability, half guard is a metastable state. You're not completely on your back, you're not seated, you're not on your knees, whereas seated is stable and on the back is stable. Okay? So an example of a half guard game is, let's say this guy has to pin me, keep me on the ground. He's focusing on removing connection, my hands, my knees, my feet, and he wins when he locks his hand around me. Okay? As for me, I'm looking to always get out of half guard. I need to sit, I need to get height on my knees, or I need to lock my legs around him to win. If we're doing that, he's looking to connect, pin me on the ground. I'm never accepting half guard, always trying to get my legs out. I lock around, I sit, or I build height. Now we could do similar type of game. Now I have half guard, but he's chest to chest and he's locked his hand around my head and shoulder. Okay. Now he's trying to cover my hips. He's trying to get his knees on the side of my hips. On my end, I'm not accepting half guard. I'm getting out of half guard with the same task and win conditions than from the last game. Okay.
looking to get my legs in between, looking to sit, or looking to lock around. We could do it from this type of alignment. Okay. I have one leg in, one leg out. He's trying to connect ends around my chest. I'm looking to get 2 legs outside or 2 legs inside to sit, build height, or lock around the leg, lock around the hips or shoulder. We could get underneath one leg. We could start like this. So underneath one leg in, one leg out, never accepting half guard. Here, there are opportunities for him to attack my legs, to connect to my hips. So we could integrate this, given the opportunities to connect the end on the upper body, or capture both legs, for example. So now I have to really worry about leaving this leg here. And what will help me? Getting 2 legs outside or getting 2 legs inside. Always getting to a more stable alignment, to a more stable state, so that we can build back on top. Let's say I have someone in front of me, very quick, loose passer. I'm not able to move as fast as him. So as he gets closer to me or tries to flank me, I get 1 leg connection between his leg. Okay? So this is an easy connection to make. But I cannot stay there. But because if he's a good player, he's going to pin me by removing this post. Okay, so this leg, he will pin it from the third metal. Okay, he will pin it in a way where I cannot move anymore. I cannot push on the ground. I cannot off balance. So I cannot leave 1 leg between his legs. I use this initial connection, and then I go to 2 legs inside or 2 legs outside. Okay, so these are the stable leg pummeling states, and this is very metastable. Okay. What's paradoxical also is that as your partner forces you into half guard, your partner will create the perfect condition for you to attack and off balance from half guard. Okay, another example is if he's on his knees. So I have 2 legs inside. I'm trying to use my hooks to elevate. I'm trying to build height. As he removes 1 leg and forces half guard, it creates the perfect condition for me to change state and go to a much more attacking position. So as we are put into half guard, we don't accept the transition and we move to a different state of ours. Another example, maybe I have my legs locked around his waist and I opened it and now he wants to force half guard. So as he forces the leg down, I immediately connect to him, get my legs in between, build height. Another constraint that we like to use here more recently is the idea of let your partner engage and try to react to their first connection. So for instance, if my partner starts standing up, and this is something I like to do against a very good mobile passer, we often hesitate to engage, I will kind of let him get some underhook. And I will design the game so that his win condition is some body lock around me. So I know he's incentivized to lock the hand around me, and I'm just gonna wait for him to get connected to me. Yeah, I'm waiting for him to jump for the underhook, and then I'm gonna try to get some type of 2-on-1 on the other arm. And here, I'm looking to get my 2 feet inside or my 2 feet outside. I'm looking maybe to put his hand on his back. I'm trying to get hip or head height, but I'm giving him something so that I can get something in return. And this something in return will most of the time just be some 2-on-1. So as we do this and he tries to lock his hand, I'm looking to put my feet between his legs, outside his legs. I'm trying to put the hand on the back. I'm trying to get hip height, etc. Okay. So I let him, I kind of invite him to connect in a way where as he puts me into a metastable state, I will just right away go to a stable state, and then we'll start exchanging from here. So this idea of giving something to get something back is extremely useful against good opponent, KG wrestlers. It's very hard to follow them and make connection. You have to give them something. So I give them an underhook, and I focus on not letting them connect their hand, and then something will happen here. This will be a fight. My partner will lock his hand around my head. I'm trying to get the hand away. I'm always going back to 2 legs outside or 2 legs inside for the purpose of changing state. This is very similar to the way we practice MMA in a CLA approach. Very often what we'll do with someone standing up is we'll create a situation of engagement where someone is told to initiate and then disengage, and someone who's kind of told to invite engagement, to get out and then come in, and then come back. So even though we are counter-attacking, we are creating the invitation for an opportunity. So this is super useful. We can use it in grappling. I like these types of alignment where I'll just get a 2-on-1 and I'll ask my partner to try to unlock his hand around me. We could start like this, we could start like this, and we look for different type of movement around the body and better leg connection. Other ways you can look to offer something to engage with to better engage with your partner is just get any type of alignment, either like this, grab a 2-on-1 and ask them to connect their hands. So maybe the first task, the one that's most important, is just focus on not letting them connect their hands. Okay. As an attacking player gets better, find new solutions, he will start using his leg to break connection. Or he'll start putting hands on the mat to win. So you'll get very good exchanges from both players. You could start from here. And then not only I'm preventing him from connecting his hand, I'm looking to get connected to him through my legs. So with 2 legs inside, 2 legs outside, and always I'm the one initiating this change of movement. I'm going to my knees, to my butt, to my back even, okay? If I'm the one changing state, I'm the one with the initiative. I'm not hesitant, I'm making himself react to me, and I get the upper hand on a long period of time. Another way we can look on this type of interaction is like give them half of a body lock. Just go to your knees, give them half of a body lock, and just get a 2-on-1. Okay, so now I'm starting the game on my back. As before I was starting it from my knees. I could even start it on my butt. But from here, he's looking to connect the hands. I'm making sure the hands don't connect, and I'm finding a way to change state. So if I'm on my back, I'm looking to get to my butt. I'm looking to get to my knees. And then win conditions, you decide. Usually it's getting up on top, or catching some sort of submission, or disengaging. Another thing, when you're doing the standing body lock game, where you're letting them come in, you should always focus on getting your 2 feet, on keeping your 2 feet inside their leg. Because if he gets his foot between my leg, and he starts locking his leg around me, even though doing this, wrist will not do much. Okay, so I need to have a stable leg pummeling position. So as I give him the first underhook, and I'm just kind of waiting for him to connect, I make sure my legs are between his legs. So as he tries to knee cut or do whatever, here I can really separate the hand and look to move him with my leg or move around him. If you want to develop a front headlock, you should really start with this game. Like, most of your skill will come from maintaining connection to the shoulders while staying behind their head. Okay, that's the front headlock. And then from here you can work on different kind of ways to break the structure of balance. Win conditions could be covering hips, could be connecting hands, could be covering the neck, could be grabbing the elbows, whatever you decide. But the main skill for learning to maintain the connection of a front headlock is connection to the shoulders while staying behind the head. Okay, and so by the way, this I would consider behind the head. Okay, so he needs to put his on the back of his head on the mat to win the game. Okay, he needs to push me with his 2 hands to win the game. Okay, so this is all front headlock. Okay, and look, as we move around, I go through stable state, metastable transition as he does, and it is always in the transition that I find the opening to really break him and compromise the structure. Thanks for watching this video. Don't hesitate, if you have any comments, to reach out to us, offer suggestions, inquiries, and we'll be happy to respond. As far as just giving credit to where credit is due, I need to give credit to John Danaher, who first talked about these 3 states on the ground. I don't know if it was either solo drill or open guard in the gi. I tried finding this segment, but I could not find it. But I know Danaher
spoke about three kind of movement, body movement on the ground, from which stems all these other movements. So we are approaching it very differently, but still defining movement on the ground through these three categories is very much helping me. And then Greg Satters for the idea of tactically non-optimized training, which we do a lot here, where we just explore movement and we try to get away from the value system of sport jiu-jitsu. So thanks to these two guys, this is just our idea of developing agile learners in jiu-jitsu and Saguenay. So thanks again for watching.